Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Gabby, and if you're new here, thank you so much for joining my channel and joining our journey. So in my last video, I announced that I am pregnant. I did get my big fat positive about a week and a half ago now, and so I was about 3 weeks and 4 days when we found out we were pregnant. And I am 5 weeks and 2 days today, which is venturing on the longest we've been pregnant, which is amazing. I already had a fertility appointment scheduled for that day. My husband and I were going to go in and find out kind of what our next labs were going to be and kind of what next steps were. So we had already done a whole series of them kind of in that waiting period between my surgery happening and the 2 months post-surgery that we weren't allowed to try. And so my doctor just wanted to review those things, see if there was anything we needed to retake, and kind of what else we could test for since it seemed like we weren't conceiving, as well as making sure that there wasn't damage that had been caused by the surgery to that ovary. So obviously we were all a little surprised when that test came back positive, only because it had been 8 months of trying and we hadn't had any issues prior to the surgery, and other than obviously not being able to keep a viable pregnancy, we had no problems with conception. And so we were all very excited. We knew the possibility was there, and that's kind of why we squeezed in the fertility appointment before my period. So if there was any test I needed to take while I was on my period, we could get those done ASAP. So it was really exciting to walk in there and tell her that we were pregnant, or that I had gotten a test positive that morning. At that appointment, we drew blood and did my HCG and got those results the following Friday, and they were 49. And then I went in and did labs on the Saturday, got our results back on Monday, and it was 147, so we were trending the right way. So we haven't done labs since. I am on progesterone. I'm doing 200 milligram capsules that are vaginally inserted, and that's been going well. I am getting the side effect of being extremely exhausted from progesterone and slightly constipated, and but other than that, like, I'm doing well. I don't have very many pregnancy symptoms. I'm not super nauseous really yet. I have some tenderness in my boobs, and at the end of the day, they're definitely a lot more swollen than they are in the morning. We are being super, super, super conservative. So as a lot of you know, I run and ski quite a bit. I'm doing neither of those right now. I'm just doing this like 2-mile walk loop around my house, and sometimes I extend it and do 4 miles. And since we're on the quarantine, at least in where I'm at in Colorado, we are on lockdown, and I'm fortunate enough to be able to work from home. So that's really helped with like mitigating stress. I don't have a schedule. I don't have FOMO, which we're all hoping is being positive for the pregnancy. I drink decaf coffee before, and I'm not doing coffee at all right now, or teas. Once we have our first ultrasound, we'll revisit that, but right now we're kind of just being ultra conservative. We are abstaining from sex as well, just to, again, be ultra conservative. We want this so bad, and we've been so patient, and so it seems like any sacrifice right now is worthwhile. Other than that, I mean, there's really not anything crazy going on other than, world events that are happening. I'm not feeling too much of anything really, which kind of, if you've had a miscarriage, like not feeling anything can kind of be worrisome as well, like not having as many pregnancy symptoms as I thought I would have. I had a little bit of cramping around week 4, but nothing abnormal. I wouldn't even say it was mild. I haven't had any spotting. I feel very, very, very fortunate and very, very blessed right now. One of the reasons why we decided to start this channel was to document this journey, but one of the reasons why we decided to share is we know that anything can happen in early pregnancy, and we have never really gotten to celebrate with anybody about being pregnant. So the second we got our first HCG back and knew we were pregnant, we told our family and friends, and we've told our church, we've told you guys, and we're not naive, and we know that anything is possible, but we're holding hope. We're having trust and faith right now in the unknown, and that saying that like with everything that's going on right now. My husband works for a gym, and they've are obviously closed, and unfortunately they aren't compensating their employees. They're all guaranteed their jobs, but they're not compensating their employees during this time, so he is having to claim unemployment. But I'm fortunate enough to still be working remote, and that's been great. And my husband also has another job that he's been able to work for remote. It's been nice to spend this time together and just enjoying early pregnancy. I think it's calmed down my nerves a lot. I feel like I'm not so alone. And seeing all of your comments and engagement has just been such a breath of fresh air during this time. And so I'm so grateful for all of you. With that said, if there's anything, I know some of you, I've let you know that I have you in my prayer journal, and I will pray for your pregnancies as well. If there's anything else that I can pray or think of you or help out in any way during this time, please let me know. I would love to add you to my list. I'd love to share your story or get you anything that you may need during this time. And yeah, that's kind of where we're at. I am, like I said, I'm 5 weeks, 2 days pregnant today, which just seems so crazy. Our first ultrasound is April 10th, which will be the day before I turn 8 weeks. I was really nervous about going in at 6 weeks, just because I don't know if I can handle seeing nothing potentially at that time, or just seeing the sac and being like, oh, it could be or couldn't be. That already has put me in a weird place before in the past, and I just wanted to kind of be in a time in the pregnancy where it was very likely that they would see something, so that decision or that call could be made like in real time, and I wouldn't have to kind of be in this area of confusion. With that said, like I said before, I know anything can happen. We're just trying to really enjoy the moments, and we just feel so happy that we have even conceived. I think both of us were starting to get a little discouraged with that, and yeah, it's so crazy. It's so crazy to say that I'm 5 weeks, 2 days pregnant, especially since I don't feel much, and like I said, that kind of worries me some days. I try to just lay it all down and leave it and try and move on. Some of the coping mechanisms we've been using, we meditate and pray together every morning, my husband and I, and we've been journaling quite a bit. We just talk to each other. We both recognize that we're pretty guarded right now. Neither one of us have really looked much into baby things, whether it's cribs or onesies or anything like that. I think both of us are kind of just waiting for April 10th to come, which is 18 days away from today, which I'm probably posting this video today too. And so, yeah, it feels good. It feels different. But yeah, I don't know what else to say. I haven't done kind of like a bump date video. I guess I can show you. There's really nothing here. Just pretty bloated. I've been eating a lot of potato chips, which I don't usually eat, but that is like definitely my comfort food. So I've been eating quite a bit of those. And then I've also been trying to just follow like what's good natural folic acid or folate intake. So I've been eating a lot of oranges. I've been eating cottage cheese. I've been doing spinach and other leafy greens. Kind of took you guys off of this thing, and now I'm afraid you're gonna fall. It's not very secure. Okay. And yeah, that's kind of where we're at. So like I said, please let me know if there's anything that I can pray or think of you of, if there's any way I can help you right now. If you're also going through a pregnancy, or if you're trying, like I said, we've been listening to a lot of music and just trying to feel super connected and trying to have trust and faith in this unknown. Like I said, with real world situations and this pregnancy. And so if there's anything we can do for anyone else, we'd love to. And we are just so grateful and thankful for all of those people who are thinking of us and praying for us. And it means the world. So, you are not alone. I am not alone. We're in this together. And I'm just so grateful to have you on this journey with us. I look forward to talking to you next week. And I'll let you know if anything has changed or if anything's different. Talk to you later. Bye.